So what we're gonna go over today is we're gonna go over a little bit about confluences. Okay, confluences are basically confirmations to take the trade. Right. I like to use for at least 2 to 3 confluences to take the trade. So one of those confluences could be either your trend lines, your Fibonacci, your RSI, things like that. Today, what I'm going to go over is I want to show you guys a perfect example of using two confluences together to make a good trade. Okay, so if we go over here to my chart, we're looking at GBP, JPY. Okay, and if we go ahead and replay this bad boy up here, what we're going to go over here is the first thing that you guys are going to notice, if you haven't noticed already, there is a trend line coming down here. Okay, so there is a trend line, and we're going to go ahead and take a drawing there. Perfect. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3 touches, 4 touches, which definitely confirms that this is a trend line. Just with these 3 touches right here, you can already confirm that this is definitely a trend line. Okay, so in reality, sorry, in reality, when you got this fourth touch here, okay, this could have been also a sell down. So you guys could have sold that all the way down. Okay, and the way you do that is on the fourth touch. Okay, you wait for a candle to reject off of that, which will look something like this candle right here. When this candle actually closes below that, you put your stop loss above that candle, maybe a few pips up, and you will roll the wave all the way down. Okay, very simple trade. I call it usually the fourth kiss, but again, very simple trade. But what I am about to teach you to guys today is using trend lines and the fib together. Okay, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick example of an easy trade right there. All right, so here we have the trend line going from the top all the way to the bottom. Okay, finally price broke above. Okay, so when price finally broke above, trend lines are kind of like support and resistance. Okay, so when price breaks above resistance, that resistance becomes now support. Okay, when price breaks below support, that support now becomes resistance on the way up. So here, right, price actually broke above the trend line, making it support. Okay, and what we're going to use is a Fibonacci real quick. We're going to throw the fib from here, okay, to this bad boy up here, all right? And what we're going to notice is here, okay, it comes all the way down to the 50% area, right? Our area of entry. Now, what you're going to do here is you're going to wait for some type of confirmation to tell you that it's going to reverse all the way up. The reason why you want to wait for that is right now, if you look at this trade, right, it's on an obvious downtrend with no obvious signs of stopping. So you don't want to be caught up in a situation where you enter the trade too early and it actually ends up coming all the way down. So you want to look for a some type of sign of an actual reversal. Okay. So let's wait. Let's look at the next candle. There we go. So right here we have our next candle. We have 2 candles, 3 candles actually, verifying that this now has become support. Okay, we have this nice little wick were rejected here. We got this candle that stopped perfectly at the 50%. And then you have this other candle that perfectly stopped also at the 50% area. This tells us that this is support here, right? Here as well, if you notice. So this area right here has now become support, and this area is now the 50% area. The way you guys will answer this trade is you gotta go ahead and take a long position, enter the trade here. Okay, your stop loss should be somewhere around here, and you're gonna go ahead and put your target back here. Okay, this is gonna give you a 1 to 4 ratio, guys. A 1 to 4 ratio. I would actually put my stop loss a little bit lower below the 618 line because the 618 line around here is still a pretty good chance that it could hit the 618 and actually continue on the way up. So what we do is we put it a little bit lower. Here you still have a 1 to 3 ratio. Okay, you're talking about a nice little area here where it can wick and then continue back up, so you're not too stressed out over hitting your stop loss. Okay, so here we have this nice little support here. All right, so let's see how it plays out. Here we got past TP1, past TP2, and then past TP3. Okay, and I believe it did continue all the way up. Okay, so this is an example of what you guys want to use as a good trade. So one thing here is we have the 50% area, we have a trend line, using it as support, and you'll be able to use that as a confluence to take this trade all the way up. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example of that. The next example I'm going to give you is on gold. Okay, so gold, real quick here, same thing. We're going to throw the fib. Okay, same thing. So with gold, you got nice extension up, retracement back to the 50%. Definitely an area of support, as you can see with these two candles here and these two candles here. So we go ahead and take the long approach. Target here, and you're gonna put your stop loss at a 1 to 3 ratio minimum. Remember, guys, you always want to look, you always want to get the highest reward, so at least a 1 to 3 will be nice. So you're gonna enter that trade here, stop loss here, no drawdown, straight all the way up, guys. So this is just an example of two trades that I wanted to show you guys how to enter these trades. Good examples of how to execute them. Okay.